Saying yes to 8 blind dates in 1 week taught me more about myself than 3 years of therapy ever could. I deleted all the questions. No more asking where we were going or what we were doing. Just pure, unfiltered yes to whatever these strangers proposed. Monday night, I'm texting a tech guy thinking we're grabbing pizza, and suddenly I'm pushing through a fake bookshelf into a speakeasy that probably required a blood oath to discover. The cocktails cost $32 each. I did the math while pretending to enjoy my drink. That's 4 days of groceries dissolving on my tongue, with hints of lavender and regret. Tuesday arrives, and I'm in the Bronx, standing in a garden I didn't know existed, watching this musician tune his guitar under a sky full of stars. He's telling me about sleeping in his car in Nevada and busking in New Orleans, and I'm actually listening instead of planning my next witty comment. Turns out, when you stop trying to be impressive, you become genuinely interested. Who knew empathy was hiding under all my first date anxiety this whole time? Wednesday, I'm at a food truck festival, and this foodie is handing me samples like a culinary fairy godmother. Korean tacos, jerk chicken, Thai fusion, something called a cronut that shouldn't exist but absolutely should. My mouth is on fire from the spicy options, and I keep going back for more. I always ordered mild, always played it safe. Apparently, my taste buds have been living a lie orchestrated by my fear of discomfort. Thursday drops me into a dimly lit cafe where an open mic night is happening. I'm watching this guy pour his entire soul into spoken word poetry about his childhood, his mistakes, his hopes. I'm sitting there with goosebumps, realizing I've been dismissing entire art forms because I didn't immediately understand them. Poetry isn't pretentious. I was just scared of feeling things too deeply. Friday morning, I'm lacing up hiking boots I bought 2 years ago and never wore. This nature enthusiast is leading me through trails, pointing out birds I can't name and plants I've never noticed. My legs are burning, I'm sweating through my shirt, and I feel more alive than I have in months. I've been living in a city surrounded by nature and treating the outdoors like a screensaver, something to look at through a window, but never actually experience. Saturday evening, I'm elbow-deep in clay at a pottery class, and my bowl looks like a drunk octopus tried sculpture. But this guy next to me is encouraging every lopsided attempt, and suddenly my hands are shaping something that almost resembles art. I've spent years telling myself I'm not creative, not crafty, not artistic. Turns out, I just needed permission to be bad at something before getting decent. Sunday, I'm on a rooftop with the city sprawling below us, eating overpriced avocado toast. And I'm telling this complete stranger that I'm terrified of being alone. Not lonely, alone. That I fill every silence with noise and every empty evening with plans, because sitting with myself feels like drowning. He just nods and says, "That's probably why I said yes to 8 dates in 7 days. That hit different. None of these guys texted me after. I didn't text them either. There were no sparks, no butterflies, no movie moments where everything clicked into place. But each date cracked open a different part of me I'd been keeping locked. The version of me that likes expensive cocktails and cheap street food. The version that cries at poetry and gets dirt under her fingernails. The version that creates imperfect art and admits she's running from herself. I deleted the dating apps on Monday morning. Not because the dates were bad, but because they were too revealing. I'd been swiping and matching and going out, trying to find someone who understood me when I barely understood myself. How can someone else discover you when you're still buried under layers of should be and supposed to? The pottery bowl I made sits on my kitchen counter now, uneven and weird and completely mine. Sometimes the best relationship you can pursue is the one with yourself. And sometimes you need 8 strangers to show you who that self actually is. Turns out, I'm spicy food and hiking boots and hidden bars and quiet confessions. I'm all the things I never let myself be because I was too busy performing for an audience of potential partners. So yeah, I'm taking a break. Not from dating, from pretending. And that feels like the most honest yes I've said in years.